Good evening. So we'll be creating the order to cash cycle today. And the order to cash cycle typically starts off by creating an inquiry. So to create an inquiry, we'll move to sales and distribution. In sales and distribution, we will move to uh, sales. Then we'll move to inquiry and we'll create an inquiry. Before we create an inquiry, let's uh, find out what is the current stock overview of our inventory in DL00. So I'll quickly show you that this is MMPE. Currently in the DL00 plant, the stock overview of DXTR1041 is 516. So let's create an inquiry for DXTR1041. Inquiry type is the shipping party will be 1004. 1004. The reference will be inquiry to 24. Customer reference date will be today. This will be valid from and to for the today's date only. The material that we have an inquiry for is TXTR1041 and they want to order, say we have 516. Let's say we have an inquiry for 50 units. Pressing enter. Hmm, We now have the inquiry created. So if we want to check whether we have the item available for addressing this inquiry, as we saw in the stock overview, we can still do that. But if we want to see it directly, we can look at the display availability. Display availability shows us that we have 516 currently in our stock. So it won't be an issue to cater to this demand. Now, we'll hit save to create this inquiry. The inquiry number 1000052 is generated. This is our inquiry number. Moving back now, let us create a quotation from this inquiry. To create a quotation, we'll move to the same tree, hit create, and we'll enter continue. So to find out the number, create with reference, and we'll hit copy. Once we hit copy, we can see that the 50 items inquiry is now visible. The customer reference was ENQ224. Reference date was today. And we can potentially change the expected value from this quotation by moving into mode go to and changing the expected value from here. So let us not make any changes to the expected value in our case. So let's hit save. Once we hit save, uh, looks like something is missing. Okay, the valid to date is missing. So we'll hit enter and we'll press save. So we can see that the quotation 2000425 has been saved. So the quotation has been created. We have not changed the expected value from this quotation, but we can create a sales order from this quotation now. To create a sales order from this quotation, we'll move in the same tree and move to order. Click on create, enter a quotation number, press copy. The requested delivery date will be T. This will be today's date. This should hopefully reflect now. Okay. Number is 2000425. Okay. So now that we can see the customer reference number is ENQ 224, reference status today. Net value is $150,000. So in the following screen, while we are creating the sales order, we need to put what will be the pricing conditions for the sales order. So to put the pricing conditions on the sales order, we'll move on to first check the item availability. We can see that the green tick is showing us that we can cater to this demand. To change the pricing conditions, we can move to the item conditions now. And we need to put two discount codes on the screen. One will be an item level discount and another will be the header level discount. To enter the item level discount, we need to put out code of K004 and say we are giving a discount of $20 on each item in this. We can see that the total net value has changed to $149,000. To enter a header level discount, we'll move to more, go to header, and we'll put RA00 in conditions. Change the RA00 value. Let's say we are be giving 20% discount on the overall order. Now, the moment we enter save, we can see that the standards order 385 has been saved. To see the final pricing conditions on our sales order, let us move back to change and 385 and continue. If we move to the header level pricing, we can see that the net value is $119,200, which means we have a discount of 20% on the header level, which is deducting almost $29,800 from our net invoice value. So now that the invoice, I mean the sales order is generated, we now need to create a delivery order from this. So in order to create a delivery order, we need to move to sales and distribution, shipping and transportation, outbound delivery, create, single document with reference to sales order. The sales order was 385. We'll just move continue. And in the below screen, we can now see the picked quantity that we need to select. So we'll enter, we'll be we'll be picking all the quantities at once. So we'll enter 50 in the picked quantity here and we'll hit save. The moment we hit save, we can see that the delivery order 800,00353 has been created. Now, this is a delivery order which has been created, but we also need to reflect whether the stock is out of our warehouse, which is finally when we can see the movement in our stock report from our stock overview. So in order to post the goods issue, we'll need to move to outbound delivery, change, single document. So if we see that the goods haven't been moved out of the warehouse yet, So even if I'm hitting refresh, I cannot see any change in the total movement. But the moment I issue post goods and the outbound delivery has been saved, the moment I refresh this, we can see that the amount has been reduced to 466, which means that the material is now finally out of our warehouse. Now, we need to create the invoice. We will just assume that the material is reached to the buyer's location. So, in order to create an invoice now, we'll move on to logistics, sales and distribution, billing, billing document, process billing due list. So, if we enter the date here, and if we display the billing list, we can see all the pending invoices that are yet to be raised. So this is the order that is yet to be uh, raised an invoice for. We'll create on individual billing document, and without making any further changes, we'll just hit save. The moment we hit save, we can see that document 9000034 has been saved. To check the document flow, we can move on to the shortcut VA03, which is a shortcut for displaying the document flow of which are the documents that has been created in this whole process. So to see the same for the order number 385, we need to click on display document flow. We can see that the invoice has been created. Now, to view the following invoice, uh, we can see that the final order value is $119,000 and the invoice has been created. So in the further processes, we'll be lodging the payment received by the bank by moving to accounting, financial accounting, accounts receivables, then to create a document entry and incoming payment. But due to some issues, we will not be able to uh, exactly lodge the payment since this particular customer has a very huge amount of payment to be reflected in the bank account. So this will be our entire order to cash cycle. Thank you.